What's up, YouTube? I'm gonna do a top mods video and just a short review of my husband's 2017 Kawasaki ZX-6R. So he bought this bike in January of 18. Since then, he did bring it to Tail of the Dragon twice, round trip. Did not haul it up there on a trailer. He rode this Super Sport up there and back, plus all the miles that he put on up there twice. So he has 3 bikes total. This is one of them. This isn't the most comfortable one to bring up there. However, it can be done. So I'm going to show you some of the mods that he has on this bike to either, 1, make it more comfortable, or 2, you know, just make it look more badass and or functional. So I do want to kind of start out with a quick shout out though to my husband. I'm going to link his short story in my description. So it'll be like his Amazon link on where you can get this book, and I'll put his Instagram as well if you want to give him a follow. So he wrote this short story, and he's planning on writing more books too, so if you want to go ahead and give him a follow. But I just want to give him a shout out because I'm super proud of him for writing this. You know, if you know anything about motorcycles, you know how addicting they are and how they can, you know, change your life. So that's basically what this book is about. And if you notice the cover, this is the ZX-6R that I'm about to do a walk around on. So just quick shout out to him. You know, let me know in the comments below or anything if you have any questions or anything like that. Everything I'm about to show you is going to be linked in the description. And again, you know, just let me know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I'm gonna start off with the zero gravity windscreen. So it is not completely blacked out. You can see through it. I guess more like a smoke gray. But if you watch the review on my bike, mine has the Puge windscreen, which is a little bit stiffer of a windscreen. This one just has, you know, a little bit of give to it. But it's not anything bad or anything like that. But, you know, it's easy to install, but it definitely makes the bike look a lot better, in my opinion. So that's going to be the first mod that he did. The next one that I'm going to show you guys is going to be the Rad Guard Radiator Guard. So I don't know if, let me scooch it in here. This right here is going to be the radiator guard. So the reason we got this and put these on all of our bikes is because one time he was headed back from Tennessee on his Versus and a rock hit his radiator. So he was close enough to home by then for me to go pick him up with the trailer. But basically, you know, it started leaking the radiator fluid and the bike was going to overheat and stuff like that. So huge pain. So we did install those radiator guards on all of our bikes. Mine on my Ninja 300 was pretty easy to install. He said that his was a little bit difficult because there's a piece, and you probably won't be able to see it in the video, but there's a piece down in here that you'd have to move the horn and stuff. It's a little bit of a pain, but it can be done, so he did do that himself. All right, on to the next thing. He got Michelin Road 6s for the front and the back tire. So if, you know, the stock tires are okay, but honestly, if you have an opportunity to upgrade your tires to the Michelins, I highly recommend those. They just give a lot better feel for the bike whenever you're riding, a lot more grip, just everything. Like the bike just rides better, in my opinion. So he has the Michelin Road 5s there. He also has the ASV levers. That if you watched my video, I also have these on my bike. But, you know, I highly recommend these. These are very sturdy, and the green looks really good on the bike. So kind of a Kawasaki green accent color. So he's got that. The next thing is going to be the Pro Grips. So especially with these Super Sports, where you are leaning forward a lot on the handlebar just because of the pitch of the bike. You know, getting some good grips really helps, and he loves the Pro Grips. He's got the green. I also use Pro Grips on mine, but I get the black ones. But basically, these just help, especially if you're going to take it on a long trip or anything like that. Overall, though, it just makes it a lot more enjoyable to ride. So, let's see. The next thing is going to be the bar ends, which is going to be by Driven Racing. So these right here, and again, you can get those in an accent color to match your bike, so highly recommend those. Plus it gives you a little bit of protection too. I mean, you can also, you know, if you drop your bike, but these are replaceable, so you know, it's an easy fix if you happen to knock those off. All right, next thing is going to be your ram mounts. So he does have 2 installed. This is it without like the arm on it that actually attaches whatever unit you're trying to put here. But this is it with the ram mount. So if, you know, it basically just hooks around the handlebar here, and you add the arm to the ball, and then that's where the ram mount is, and you can set your phone or whatever attachment you want to get and put, you know, GPS, stuff like that. So he uses his phone, GPS, whenever he would take this on a trip. So that's going to be a good addition there if you want to have something where you can see your phone and stuff like that. All right, next thing is going to be the tank grips. These are the Easy Grip Evo tank pads. So, you know, on the side of the tank, especially for super sports, it's a pretty common addition for the bikes. So he got those, and he also got a tank pad cover with the green Ninja on it. And again, this just came off of eBay, so this is really just preference or style of what you want. They have all kinds of different Pro Grips and stickers, so you know, it's really just a preference of what you want. The next thing is that I'm gonna point out is gonna be the Corbin Seat. So this is a big one as far as when he was traveling on this bike. So you can see right here just how thick this padding is for this Corbin Seat. You know, the Kawasaki seats, a lot of people I've heard like say that they're very stiff, very hard seats. So the Corbin Seat was an investment in this bike to put on, you know, but he's had it for about 5 years. It has helped a lot with when he's traveling on this bike. And honestly, I don't even know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of wear marks on this bike where it's like slight peeling, but honestly, you know, really can't complain about the seat. It still has, you know, a lot of life still left in this seat. So, like I said, very big plus if you want to have a better seat on these bikes. The next one's going to be his Kawasaki seat cowl cover. So the stock seat is where, you know, somebody can sit as a passenger if need be. It's not super comfortable, take it from me. It's very pitched forward for a passenger. But if you don't have a passenger, you can just put a seat cowl on here. And I will say the Kawasaki brand, they match up with the actual color of the bike perfectly. And the Ninja emblem here on this bike, but the Kawasaki seat cowl just gives it a whole new look. If possible, it makes it even more sporty looking in my opinion. So it looks really good. All right, the next thing is going to be the Fender Eliminator kit. So if you know these bikes, they usually come with a huge fender in the back. So that was one of the first mods that I believe he did on this bike, and it does make it does look a lot better without the fender sticking out. So highly recommend that if on this bike. I did not do it on my Ninja just because my Ninja, I don't feel like the Fender Eliminator, the fender sticks out that much. But for the ZX-6R, it was pretty obnoxious in my opinion, so it looks great without that. And that Fender Eliminator kit is by Moto Dynamic. He also got new tail lights for it. So let me start the bike up so you can see those. Just want you to see what they look like on. Alright, so if you can tell, they kind of look like Z's, which is awesome for ZX-6R. I think they look great. So just another mod there that he's got that I highly recommend. Alright, so that's that one. The next one is going to be the Yoshimura Exhaust. So this is really nice. It looks like carbon fiber, and it just gives a whole new look to the bike, especially with the stock exhaust. Stock exhaust just, I don't know, they don't look great on bikes. You know, take those off, put you a good exhaust on there, and the sound, the look of the bike just looks so much better. Let's see, we'll get it turned on, you guys can listen to it. So that's what it sounds like, and I think it sounds amazing, especially when you're doing like high speed and we drive past each other. It sounds so badass. All right, so the next, I guess like you call this mod, is the rim tape. So it is reflective, and I think it kind of adds like a nice pop to the tire, and he put it on the front and the back tires. So he did add that. Next thing is going to be the Shogun frame sliders. So it does stick out a pretty good bit from the side of the bike, which is awesome, honestly. And you know, obviously it was dropped, and so he's dropped a couple times and then had one like small wreck on Tail the Dragon whenever he was up there, but he's fine. Nothing happened, you know, bad or anything to the bike, like nothing broke, just some scuffs, but just part of the sport, you know. So, and you know, if you go on Tail the Dragon, you got to get your mark here. So just kind of adds to some of his stickers of places that we've ridden together, you know. And if you go to Tennessee, North Carolina side, and you ride some of these roads, then you know all these and just how much fun they are. And also shout out, if you love bikes or even like sports bikes, you probably know of Salt the Wound. So shout out to him. He's a great dude. So if you don't follow him on Instagram and YouTube, definitely go find him, because he's great. I love the videos that he puts out. So shout out to Salt the Wound there. But the next thing that we're gonna look at is going to be the kickstand. So I want to show you over here. It's a little bit easier to see in the shade. So this piece right here that goes around this black part is the Kickstand Pad. So this is a product that he bought on eBay, and honestly, if you go somewhere with blacktop, if you don't know this, just make sure that your bike does not sink into the blacktop, especially if it's super hot. The blacktop will move, and I've like Tail the Dragon, if you go there and you look at the ground, you'll see how the blacktop literally just kind of slides with the weight of the bikes, with the foot pegs. So this kind of stops that. It just makes it more of a flat surface for the bike. And he has it, I think, on a couple bikes, but I couldn't put it on my Ninja 300 because I have lowering links in mine. So my kickstand is different than the stock one, and there's no way to attach it. But I highly recommend that, because if you ever need to park in like you know, like, I don't want to say like off-road, but like gravel or something like that, it just helps. So I do recommend this kickstand. I wish my bike could take it. All right, the next thing is going to be the Woodcraft spools. So if you do any type of maintenance on your bike, and you need to lift up the back tire to do some chain maintenance or anything like that, you want to have these spools on here. It really helps doing any type of work on your bike. And then from there, since we're back here, we have the DID chain, which looks great. So whenever he had to update his chain, he got the brand DID. And then the Vortex sprocket. So just looks great. Kind of blacked out. I think it looks really good. And then one of the other things, this isn't really, you know, a mod to the bike, but as far as like the pads, the bags that he uses when he does go to Tail of the Dragon, he has one for on top of his tank that goes here. That is a Cortech, so, you know, like, he can put like a charger, you know, stuff like that, whatever you need, like small stuff, you can put up here. That's magnetic. And he also has the Cortech tail bag. So when you take off the seat cowl, you can put the stock seat back on, and this Cortech, you know, it will go onto the stock seat, and you can strap it down. Especially for guys, like I know usually on motorcycle trips, you guys are better at packing than us ladies are. You don't bring a whole lot with you. So this Cortech bag, he has used several times in a lot of his trips, and it's held up really well. So highly recommend this Cortech bag if you are going to travel. So it does fit on this bike really well. So yeah, it's a good one there. But basically, you know, I just wanted to do a quick mod walk around of this bike. And if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, go ahead and comment down below. Like I said, everything is going to be linked in the description where we got everything. And just want to give you a quick view of the dash. So it looks really great. Everything is really modern looking. So, you know, again, if you're thinking about the Kawasaki ZX-6R, this is a 2017, but he's had no complaints over it. It's honestly a great bike. Kawasaki makes a really good bike in general. So, you know, if you have anything that you want to know about, just let me know. And again, I will see you guys on the next video. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.